Hey guys, clear! Trackspeed here. Welcome back to Sawyers, Locomotion. We got some more games for you. We're gonna go to the Midwest this time. We got some more trains to run. We'll just call this Granny Smith. And we'll just call it Granny Smith Transport, actually. That's actually just a really happy name. And we'll use kind of like a lime green and a white. It's really happy. I think we'll do that. So here's our central one. Let's take a look at our biggest cities, I believe. Let's take a look. I believe this is also passengers. This is 2,500 at the end of 1929. So we're actually really happy. It's a 10-year one, and we're in the 1920s. So things are going to be really happy for us. I believe Dallas is our biggest city on the map. Let's go ahead and double check that. Population size. Actually, Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi has 544 people, followed by Newark, Chicago, Albuquerque, and then eventually Dallas. So let's go ahead, take a look. I believe Jackson might be our happy one right there, but I know that it's really super easy to build tracks down here in between Dallas and Houston, but I think what we'll probably end up doing, we'll run a little highway between Dallas, Houston, and Jackson, just as that we have a nice little, connection between those cities. We can start running some people here and there. So let's go ahead and start our little expedition here. We'll start between Dallas and Houston. So we'll go ahead, build our little Katy freeway. Let's put that like that. Run it right along the code here. This is not actually like the Katy freeway, but you know what? It doesn't hurt. Perfect. Alright, that's excellent. So we got that right there. Go up here. This is a nice little place to put the Dallas station. Ironically, they call it the Dallas oil fields. And right here is a nice little happy place to put the Houston station. And there we go. And then we have our first bus run between Dallas and Houston. Excellent. We'll go ahead and get that on the start. Pause it right now. I know it's still January, but we're gonna go ahead, take a look at some of the easy ones. Looks like we do have a iron ore field right over here, and we'll go ahead and service the steel mill, the Dallas steel mill. That's nice and happy. We'll build a small little train line that'll connect those two locations. And then it looks like we also have another one right over here. Wow! We'll probably just use a highway to connect those. Six. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Excellent. So we'll build a small train here. Cool. Excellent. Houston mines. Grab a full load of iron ore and go to the Dallas steel mill. Do so we'll actually get a chance to see on this is a really neat little thing that happens. You can see the little railroad crossing there. And the train goes through there. We'll blow its whistle, just like all trains do. So we'll go ahead and have a little cargo line here. Service Dallas and Houston. The guy right here. Go ahead. Let some stuff start delivering here. Looks like that's doing really nice and well for itself. How's Dallas doing? Dallas oil field, oh gosh, has 14 people. That means we definitely really want to invest in a another stop there at Dallas. So go ahead. Let's run a small bus over here between those two locations. That'll just help out. Oh, I gotta close that out. I was a little quick on the trigger there. Connect those two cities. That'll definitely make our Dallas residents a little happy here. We'll make that. Just call that one Dallas downtown. Rename some of these stations here. That's Dallas. We'll call that Dallas Factory. Perfect. Very happy. Alright, starting to get some trains here. Moving in along here. It's really nice, really nice. It looks like 180, 190 here. This is kind of the downside of building trains on a railroad crossing here. See that train traffic will stop the trucks and everything like that. So we'll see later on, especially as like I have right around like highways. I'll have the highways go above the trains or below the trains or whatever. The tracks will not be like that. We're just saving money right now since we don't necessarily need to worry about money that much, at least in our early game. What's Houston doing? Houston has 17 people. That's actually really nice. That means there's a ton of people at both of these stations here. We'll go ahead and connect Houston Lakeside here. I'll take out just a small line to get another bus here. And then we'll go ahead have a small bus between Houston and Houston Lakeside. Yes, because you can see that our stations here, let's go ahead and pull up all our stations right now. We want to make sure that all of our stations have a green line right there. Factory we don't necessarily care about right now because there's not a city that's big enough. Forest again doesn't necessarily matter right now. We're not delivering coal there. Houston Lakeside, Houston Mines, and Houston North. We all want to make sure that those are very happy lines. And once Houston here starts getting more service, then I think that'll go green here in just a second, because it'll knows that it has a bus coming all the way from over there. It might even upgrade this road just a little bit, just because it's such a long drive between Dallas and Houston, and those two cities definitely require a little bit more infrastructure investment. So what we'll do, we'll go ahead and repave that as a highway. We'll go ahead and have that do that. Have that do that. And have that do that. We'll go ahead and take that off just a little bit. Make that a little bit faster. That's one of the poor parts of building a dirt road is that, again, it's really, really slow. I know the buses are not the fastest, but they can go 25 miles an hour, as you can see. Getting up to that speed as we go on some of the dirt roads here in Dallas. Looks like we're going to actually have that bus turn around. Pick up somebody from Dallas Central at the very least. I'm going to have you stop just really quickly. Hold on. Go back to Dallas. Much better. Then I'll have this bus wait for just a second. Let people kind of build up here for just a second here. There we go. I don't want these things to be too in sync, especially really early on when I can basically say when the buses can and can't go. That'll definitely help help it out just a little bit more. Houston and Lakeside are doing really happy now. And then we'll go ahead and see Jackson here. Jackson can actually use a tram service, or trolley, or whatever you like to say. You have tram tracks here. We'll go ahead and make a little tram service for the city of Jackson. So we'll start on the south side here, like right there, and we'll spin around. We'll have it go up this direction, all the way to the north side of town. We'll stop right there and do that. So Jackson has that really nice happy thing in the middle here. That'll be our center station. Then we'll have another one here, and we'll do another one here. So that'll be a nice little happy tram that'll service all these stations. And the wonderful thing about tram stations is that they can double as bus stations in the future if we choose to do so. And so we probably will, since we're going to have a highway network that will connect Jackson and Texas here. And so eventually, later on, we'll start having more people. We'll connect all the way up and down here. We'll see which one of these stations will also have the most people. I'm gonna bet on the downtown Jackson station. That'll probably generate the most amount of people since it's right there in the middle of all those houses. But we'll probably think about building a highway up that direction a little bit later on. So next order of business, let's take a look. Charlotte. Also a really nice town. We might even go ahead and build another highway that'll go over this trestle here. And you know I don't like trestles very much, but we'll go ahead and still have a trestle. We'll connect the two sides of Charlotte. This will definitely help out our people a lot more. So we'll go ahead and put that bus service. Go ahead. It looks like Greensboro is right around the corner here. So I'll go ahead. Yeah, we'll do another one here. Well, some of these cities are super long. We'll do, this will be downtown Greensboro. And also, the first station you generally place in a community will get the name. So if you say that's Greensboro. Ironically, a place that I personally visited, which is Ely, Nevada, they had that situation. So Ely, Nevada was actually a town that when the railroad came, it was really, really east of the major population center. Later on, they would call it East Ely as they built another station that's closer to downtown, which is hilarious. But ironically, the downtown station was turned into a casino later on, and then the actual station that was East Ely ended up becoming the only train station. Very, very funny. It's a great little place. You may have heard of it from a TV show called Great Big Bang Theory. The railroad is the Nevada Northern. It's one of the few railroads that you can actually drive steam locomotives. It's really cool. Very nice, very nice. If you've ever wanted to have an experience where you've wanted to be at the controls of the steam train, definitely go check it out. Very nice place. The Orange County Railroad Museum, that's all the way down Orange County, that area, neck of the woods. That also has another driving one if you really wanted to see what it's like to go with diesel and steam locomotives, to really show you how those things work down there. Perfect. Let's upgrade the highway here just a little bit. How's Houston doing? Houston is actually almost a town here, which is really nice. Our station is actually right downtown. It's a really nice, happy place. See, Dallas, I believe, yep, I just upgraded to a town here. Jackson, I believe, it has been a town. Yeah, it's still 544. And then, eventually, I think our next order of business will be to have a highway that will connect Jackson down to Houston. So, I think probably what we'll do is we'll just build a nice little bridge. It'll connect up onto a ridge here, and then it'll cross here at the river, then down past this mine to that. So we'll go ahead, take a little bit of a loan here. Perfect. That's nice and happy. We'll go ahead and adjust the land here, so that way we can actually we'll go ahead and just build the thing right there, so that way we know where to adjust the land. Nice and happy right there. Sometimes you want to build a bridge there just because it's nice and happy. Other times you definitely want to adjust the land. Like that's really nice. Just kind of bring down that ridge there. Then that's actually really nice. And then we'll go up here. So you can see perfect. Go up like that. This, and then down, so we'll adjust that, and then adjust that. And I think later on, when I'm a little richer, I could probably go around that completely and just have like a little tunnel. But for right now, the great part about that, ooh, we have a Vulcan bus. The Vulcan bus is a nice one. But for right now, that's a nice little highway to have there. And then this is a nice little speed section that we'll have as it runs down this road here. Turn right here. The good news about the Vulcan is that the Vulcan is a nice, happy vehicle that especially has a lot of passengers. It can carry a little bit more passengers than the other ones. So I might not even need to make a station. Just need to run a bus between Houston and Jackson. Perfect. Okay. Alright, we got our Vulcan bus. We'll go ahead and start running that. Then let's take a look at our other buses here. So our real money winner here is the Charlotte bus. That has 6 passengers over here. Let's take a look, see if how good Charlotte's doing. got a full bus. That's about 7. You know what? It's almost an equal number of people. So we don't need to upgrade that bus per se. Let's see. How's this one doing? This one has 3 people at Dallas Downtown and then Dallas Central. Pretty good, pretty good. Not looking like it needs to be upgraded again. If there's a lot of people that are definitely doing that, then we'll definitely look into upgrading some buses here. But for right now, we'll just leave the bus for this kind of highway route right here. There we go, and you can see that's working okay. I might even upgrade this bridge here, although it looks like Houston actually won't allow me to upgrade that bridge, so it's fine. Actually, you know what I'll do is I will go ahead and create a little link like that, so that way we'll actually have a nice little connection there. And yeah, I figured as much. It's alright. We might even have it'll probably choose to run over the higher speed road as opposed to the other one. So there we go. That has 4 people, and now they're bound for Houston. Good, excellent. So let's go ahead. Memphis is next on the chopping block. We'll go ahead, start working our way up that direction. And I think since Charlotte is doing so good right now, just in terms of people, I might even think about connecting Greensboro. How's the Greensboro bus doing? It's doing pretty darn good. It's about 102. So we'll have a nice little highway that'll connect Greensboro and Charlotte. Go ahead. Start from here. Go ahead. We'll do that. We'll do a nice little ridge here and then up. We'll kind of go like that, actually. Oh, it's perfect. And then you can see we'll go ahead and be nice to Greensboro so that way if they want to build their city up along the highway here, they can. They can build out towards Charlotte. Likewise, Charlotte can build out towards Greensboro. Excellent, got those cities connected. And again, we don't really need much of a line here, so we'll actually extend Charlotte north. And then we'll pretty much extend Charlotte south right over here too. Connect those 2 cities. Right, open bus. That's actually really nice. That'll increase both services on those. So now we have those connected. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our bigger cities up here. Cincinnati is a massive city. That's a great one to have a bus network on. So we'll go ahead and start our bus network from right down here. That's nice and happy. We'll have right one at that intersection right there. Go up to that intersection right up here. Perfect. That's actually a nice, happy one. Go ahead. We'll just go ahead and spend it on that bus. If push comes to shove, we can actually upgrade that bus later on. Most of these buses, this will only carry 2 extra passengers. So sometimes it's worth it, sometimes it's not. Eventually, later on, this cheaper bus will actually go away, and this will be the only bus design available. at least until the next bus comes along later on. So let's go ahead. I think Columbus will be our next shopping block here. We'll go ahead and start over here, Central Columbus. This is a nice little happy neighborhood. And then we'll go ahead and do one right over here. Give a little bit of a one like that. I'll do that. Connect those two places. And it may shut off the music a little bit later. It does get a little annoying to hear the same soundtrack over and over again. I can actually rotate the music here. We like to have it for the only the era. Definitely does like to give little snippets and time frames and all that stuff. If you may not be watching this in a playlist, maybe. But if you aren't, I'm actually recording this in a block, so I've heard a lot of these relatively back-to-back. I mean, it's a banger soundtrack. I think there's up to 20 songs, and all of them are just absolutely amazing pieces of soundtrack. It's a Chris Sawyers game, so you know what's really good. Chris Sawyer, for context, was the guy who created Locomotion Tycoon, hence the isometric view here. This is very much basically Roller Coaster Tycoon, but again, for trains juxtaposed to buses, or you know, actual roller coasters. You're creating these little transportation empires, more or less. So we're doing pretty good for ourselves. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how we're doing right now. We have delivered 1,600 passengers, 1,900 tons of iron ore, and 96 tons of chemicals. So we're doing okay for ourselves. Go ahead and take a look at our money winners here in terms of the bus side. So again, that is still Charlotte North. Charlotte to Charlotte North. I think probably the reason why is because it's still traveling over that trestle there. I don't know how well it'll do later on when the city upgrades that to another bridge type, be steel, but who knows, by the time the city upgrades that to steel, we'll see how that works. And we're doing pretty good for ourselves. Let's go ahead and see, where's most of our stations? I believe it's in Texas. So we'll go ahead and probably put Granny Smith's transportations down here in the beautiful city of Houston. Alright. There you go. Like to add a little bit of variety, a little bit of flair. Start cutting back the load just a little bit. That doesn't hurt, not at all. That's doing okay. How's this bus doing? We got at least one person from the Houston Lakeside station, and then they will go ahead and run that entire route there. Let's take a look at some of our money losers here. So that's bus number 6, which is the one we just saw. It's not doing too hot. I think it's because the route is too long, and I'm probably not using good station there. One of the great things about the thing here is that I can actually make a brand new station, and that will actually start being a dedicated station just to that bus. The downside is that those stations will definitely start hurting because it's such a long drive between Houston and Jackson. So we definitely really want to start looking into, hey, maybe is it a good idea to keep that? I may go ahead and repurpose that bus for another route. I'll keep the highway in place, but I may just go ahead and have that bus maybe serve another place over here. Maybe find another line for it. But again, if it really can't service those other places, it may just have better luck elsewhere. It may even actually be able to connect another part of Houston. And then we actually have this other part of Dallas over here. So that's actually helping out. We might actually go ahead, take that bus out of service. Go ahead, put it up right over here. Take those out. Run between this side and Dallas downtown. So I know it's kind of wonky to have Dallas over here and then Dallas downtown over here. That's just how this game works sometimes. Because I renamed the Dallas one to Dallas Factory, and so that was the next one. That was the next station I built in Dallas, and it's right over there. Anyhow, still have the highway there, and eventually, once these start actually really producing a lot, I think actually once Houston becomes a town, which is about 40 people away, then eventually we'll go ahead and probably reinstate service on that line. But other than that, we actually really didn't build any additional stations. Those are just existing stations that are being connected by another bus service, by a highway that we built. Anyhow, let's go ahead and take a look. May even tear up the highway just for a little bit, get some extra cash in my money. Technically, no one's using this highway right now, so we'll go ahead, get some more cash for the system here. Oh, it looks like Jackson has already taken that part of the road there. Well, that's fine. It's alright. That means Jackson will actually start building out towards this way, so if we go ahead and level the land there, it'll make life a little bit easier for the city of Jackson, so they can actually have some nice, good housing there. Might even build that up there, so that way, yeah, there we go. They can build a couple houses on that little cliff there. Doesn't seem like the best place to build a house, but you know what? Eventually, people will actually build out there. So, that's fine by me. And if people build that way, then I will reinstate service on that line, like I said. So, let's go ahead, take a look. Let's go find another place to build. Might even go refund just a little bit. Best to have as much money in your coffers as possible. Memphis, I believe, might be our best bet here. So, you know what? That's nice and happy. Look at that. We have a nice little way to connect Memphis and Jackson over here. So, there we go. And we actually won our challenge here. So, it looks like we have 2,520 passengers, and then let's go ahead and since we've taken a look at our finances before we completed, let's take a look at our money winners and our money losers. So here's our money winner. Again, that's Columbus, and actually Central Columbus. So that actually became a money winner right there. I am kind of a big shocker. I didn't expect that to do so well. But you know what? It is Columbus, I believe, is our biggest town. I'll double check. Columbus is up here. Columbus is actually is behind Dallas in terms of population-wise. But you know what? It's probably just because it's so, big. It's already what became a town. Those towns are really important, especially when you connect towns to towns. Those are really nice. Like you can see, I got 5 stations here in Dallas, so it's almost like it's probably should have built the headquarters over there. But, it's okay. we'll be back to this as we play this game later on, but we'll see that. And let's take a look at our money loser boss. What's our worst performing boss? What's this one? That's Dallas, downtown to Dallas. That's no surprise there. It's not doing too hot. In fact, I think probably it's empty right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it. I'll take up that station right there. And get rid of that guy. It's alright. It's not everyone is a money winner. It was still making money, and technically I probably could have turned that station around. But you know what? It's alright. We've completed our thing here. So what's another money loser I could probably get rid of? That's actually not doing too bad comparatively. It's actually again, those are the ones that are feeding the big main station, so that way we can have the highway between Dallas and Houston alive. What's the trolley doing? The trolley's doing pretty good. $118 a month compared to some of our big buses. That one's actually doing pretty good for itself comparatively. Of course, our train is the real money maker here, $1,500 a month. And so yeah, that's pretty much it for this time. I'll see you again real soon. Clear track speed out.